Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good and your lives are going even better than that. We're going to be jumping into some ICDD, some Imperial Circus Dead Decadence. That album just released very recently. I can't remember exactly when it was due to release. I'm pretty sure it was today. I saw that PTB was actually doing on the stream, and he's been hyping about it, so you know what. I was like, fuck it. I was going to take a day off, but let's just do this, man. Let's go into it. I've got the whole thing on YouTube just to go through. It's 13 songs roundabout, and apparently, according to him, Goku is probably the worst off the album, and Goku was amazing, so I can't wait to see what the rest of this album is actually going to be like, so without further ado, let's jump into this shit. Oh yeah, before I start, actually. So, the way I'm doing it, this is just straight reaction. There's going to be no lyrical breakdowns, no translations, anything like that. If any songs that you see that you'd love to see me translate and do the lyrics for or anything like that, please do drop it down in the comments down below and we'll do some proper breakdowns and stuff of the lyrics. This is just a straight musical reaction as it's all in Japanese for the most part, man. So, let's go. I love all the, it sounds gorgeous already. Ooh, love it. Man, this album is slayed already, man. We're only a few minutes into it, and man, it's on fire. It has so much epicness and symphonicness built into it, man. It's so fucking cool. Oh man, those cleans are gorgeous. It sounds almost like pure anime. Heavier, but anime. Pure anime. And the images are crazy. It has so many little bits on it that... Oh shit, that is so fucking cool. Man, that's crazy. I got pure fucking chills already, man. Album's absolutely crazy. I love the like duet, and the duet's gorgeous. Just showing again. I'm sorry, the music's making my imagination go, man, so I'm forgetting to talk, but this is a fucking smashing intro, man. The fuck. I don't know what I was expecting, but holy shit. This is so fucking complex. It's gonna be so amazing to break this down, man. Fucking hell. You know there's like a whole fucking story behind this, dude. It's gonna be crazy, man. Honestly, I just want to hear the story, man. I might just translate all of this, man. I might put a pause at the end of this and do more. Oh, mate. That guitar, though. Fuck. Yeah. This is an album I have to break down, man. It's too gorgeous not to. I can't resist it. Damn, man. 8 minutes is almost gone already. Where the fuck did that music go? Oh, the piano. I love it. Must have gone off it. Wow. Ooh, I love this one. Just coming back into the anime build up towards the end, man. I love it. Fuck, man. I see why PCB said what he did, man. This album is absolutely ridiculous. First song, and it's like, I got chills everywhere, man. Fucking everywhere. Fuck me, that was absolute insanity. So there might be a little bit of pause here, just so that. So what I'm going to go do, I'm going to go find the lyrics and translate every single bit of it. And all of that shit, and it's going to be amazing, but it's going to take me a little bit. So, like, this review, reaction, whatever, is probably going to take us about 2 hours or so. I would imagine, man, but yeah. Back in set. So it has taken me like an hour, man, to like translate this whole thing. It's been one of the most stressful things of my life. For some reason, when you put it into Google Translate, what's on Genius, it doesn't translate. For me, I don't know about you guys, but so I had to go find the proper Japanese text, put the Japanese into it. Most of the Japanese sites you can't right click, so you have to go into the source material and find the other shit and all that shit. So this has been one of the most stressful hour pluses of my life, man. Like, why the fuck is it this hard to find translated lyrics? I know it's only just released, but like at least put lyrics out that are translatable. You know what I mean? Like, like, especially on things like Genius, where, like, if it's on there, you should hopefully be able to translate it or have it already translated. You know, that's part of their job, but I don't know, man. Either way, enough of me being stressed about this shit, man. So, where are we going to go lyrically? Let's see where we're jumping into. I can't wait. Okay, so this is the fruit of Tamai, and the ingredients spun on the fruit of Wainaga. No, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's like, is it an island? Is it a place? Is it something else? I have no idea right now. So, declaration of craving and stagnation, confectionery that was avoided, cloud, contradiction, line. I think I have no idea what that translated to. Like, the translation is not perfect, don't get me wrong. It's a miserable appearance. So, something's craving and something is craving in stagnation. So, what's stagnation? It's where you're like waiting to do something great, and you're craving something from that. So you're craving some kind of sweet, something tasty, something that you can eat potentially. I don't know. So, corrosion and crumb despair, whether or not to avoid it. Then, last at the business that robs the former. The picture has changed because of the regret that irritates each other. She is still a maggot. Even the voice and throat of blood are bored about you who is in the dear shape of a snake. What? I'm guessing it's that they're on some kind of journey going throughout trying to find some ingredients. A specific thing, like something that they're craving, something. Maybe there's things all around that they're craving, that they're wanting to eat, but maybe if they do, they'll die or they'll have that kind of thing. That's like this, so, like, they're irritating each other. She's not, I'm not exactly sure what this translated to. I'm not sure how great this translation is, but, you know, we're trying to get, like, a good picture of what's going on, but you guys are going to have to bear with me on this, unfortunately. So, before escaping, Nozomi decide on this ingredient while being sore. Sore from what? That's the question on it. Red and glossy, a black. Oh, like, maybe it said the model is like a black plague who is in agony, like a black spot. Like a thing from, like, being cursed almost. The harmonization of the association or the heart. In the inner corner of the broken world, I'm looking for your total voice, a sadness, and other falsehoods. Maybe it's like, maybe it literally is about that, because then you go into like tiredness without tears, withered neck colour of equipment. The dead are cursed first. Is it more like zombies coming back then? Is it like going towards that kind of degree? In the midst of nausea when I was sore, I held the answer. Is it the Japanese spirit or the spirit of the collapse? Unbearable, reason rare. In the total voice, I'm looking for some stupidization forces. The answer is pine. Even the crazy impatience is not rewarded. However, I would like to admit that it is the case. I can't recover my mistakes, however, because of that. I just hold my knees and gasp in loneliness and grief. So, like, inside, maybe it's like a journey inside their own head, potentially, where they're just going through loads of different thoughts and things and pains and that type of stuff, and it's just going into those kinds of ways where you're just searching and searching and searching and soul-searching, and different voices and different things are telling you bad things and good things and plaguing your mind in certain ways and making some of your sweet parts into bad parts, and that's the kind of vibe I'm getting about it right now. Then, so even if you turn yourself into Araksha, despair, and them, the fruit of the land that was washed away, in pursuit of the ideal, is covered with black hands. So yeah, maybe it is like the ideal that you're going for, the dream, in a sense, the like thing you're clinging to aim towards, is being washed away, and the hands are black, meaning that there's guilt. Black hands generally mean either guilt or theft or something like that. How many tragedies, how many nightmares? Actually, it's very shallow. What's causing all of this? It's the city, it's the sex, and it's the fate that is being played again. It's like it's like being shown again and again and again. Dreaming of the second reading. Kurosaka between the present world and the high. Like the present world is kind of like the real life, and then the high, I'm guessing, is like the inside the mind type world, where you've got the inside and the outside and that kind of thing. And for the burning spirit of eternal long-term care to scratch, the death that you abandoned you're hanging over, the death that you abandoned, why? The burning spirit of eternal care is for him to be impatient. So the burning spirit, I'm guessing, is some kind of Japanese symbolism, potentially. And then, why are you avoiding your own death? Why are you avoiding being hanged? Why is this happening? Why? Like, the spirit of eternal care, the spirit coming to take you from this plane of existence, or to take them from the plane of existence is getting impatient and waiting at how much they're avoiding their own death, their own falsehood. Like, maybe that's a trick of their mind, but like, you just need to end it right now. The harmonization of the association or the mindset. If you touch this hand, which stretches out into the light of appreciation, it's a sword. In the corner of the broken mold, you are looking for your total voice, a sadness, and other falsehoods. Tired without tears, withered neck, colour of equipment. The dead are cursed. We've done that bit. MOGARI, take your hand, burned lonely enough to burn out the flames of life. The vowed words are dyed red, she never does. So I'm guessing it's somebody going towards the execution. That's what all the thoughts were. That's what all the journeys are coming towards their own execution, whether literally, metaphorically, or whichever way you really want to go about it. Then irreversible wishes can't be met. No, Nozomi can't be matched. However, he was in the layer, he was too. As long as you slaughter the lives of the other lions and keep the lives of 500 on this line in the sea, he is tied to this tonight and the ingredients of the house. So, what I'm guessing is that in order to prevent his own death, he's made like some kind of bond, some kind of like ban, something like that, you know, where you have to give 500 to keep your life and keep 500 on your side alive, and like, you know what, you get the idea. Like, the translation is really fucking mad, but it's like a bare bones translation, so you guys are going to have to bear with me on that. Musically, it's amazing, and I just wanted to see kind of if we can find the story. I'm going to do my best. Obviously, it's not going to be the best because it's not the best translation, but still, mate, let's keep going. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it, man. It's so fucking technical, man. It's crazy. Man, this band literally makes my imagination work, man. Ooh, fuck, we're going crazy, man. Ooh, shit, that was crazy. I'm gonna go to where I think we are, because I have no actual idea where we are, so. While piercing the blade into this land that repeats, completing, is screaming a crazy disaster. So, like, as if like piercing the blade into the land is like shaking. I'm assuming it's like an earthquake of sorts, or some kind of natural disaster, marvel, happiness, fear, sorrow. The meaning of the emotions painted in the disaster, so the land is like shaking or breaking, or some kind of like bad shit's happening, right? And the meaning of it all, like everything is happening all at the same time. If the body and spirit were completely separated, is the existence of this unnecessary emotion allowed? If the body and spirit were separated, then the emotion wouldn't be there because the brain wouldn't be there, so the spirit would be different, and the body would be running by itself, so almost undead. So I imagine, not really, I imagine like, if the body and spirit were completely separated, if it's a puppet, if you don't have a heart, why did you get so impatient? So yeah, if you separate your soul from it, if you go away from it, if you take that away, you are just like a puppet, you are like an undead person, then like you have nothing there. It's just like your body's living for the sake of living. Like, why do you get so impatient to end it? It's like saying you can always leave your body in time whenever you die, but why do you want to leave it so soon? Why don't you just want to live out this life, this place, this where you are? Where is the value of repeating destruction and rebirth forever? So it's almost like, why do you want to end your life to go back into another life to do it again and again and again and again? Like the limbs of a shredded insect. It loses its life to carry. Where is the value of this life that is still trying to last? So, like, what's the value of life in general if you can just keep going and going and going, if your soul can go into unlimited amount of beings, like, over and over and over and over until, like, almost infinite in that sense? What's the point of life? Where's the value? There is no value in this life. There's nothing really to it, man. You can just keep going and going and going. Its existence is an opaque life, while killing the cradle of the glass that reflects the things that fight is mourning sweet and sweet, despise, excitement, embarrassment, guilt, feelings of disaster. And yeah, you get the idea, like, this existence is opaque, you can see straight through it. You know how it starts, you know how it's going to end. It's just the middle bits which are a little bit more uncertain. And if you kill the glass, then obviously the life ends, because obviously we, as human beings, are fragile. So, you get the idea. This is actually a pretty okay translation compared to the first one that I did. Shit, man. I love it, man. It's just so amazing. There's so many fucking genres built into this, man. It's just like... Ooh, man, going neoclassical. Love that. Oh, mate. Oh, that guitar. That's shooting through my soul, man. Fucking hell. Oh man, that's gorgeous. How is it getting better? Yo, mate, the fuck? The passion's unreal. Damn, man. This band is crazy. It's like they've been writing this for a long fucking time, which I know they have, so... I love the violins, man, that's gorgeous as hell. I thought it was gonna drop, man, I don't know why. Yep, knew it was gonna happen, I could feel it. That's such a cool voice for that, man. No sound effects, we get it. You know what I mean. You know that pause. That was beautiful. Fuck, man. I can see why fucking PCB was like so hyped with this album. This is absolute insanity, mate. So, on an unreasonable night, the colour of wet blood and innocent life. I can't see the answer because it's, yeah, like, Because in any unreasonable night, depending on where you are, well, all across the world, man, there's people always dying. There's people being birthed into the world. There's this constant balance of people dying to people living, and it's just a point where people die and people just go for no reason, and people are just murdered for no reason. Like, wars happen all across the world, unfortunately, and it's just one of those things. If the melting body and spirit separate and they break, is the existence of this unnecessary emotion allowed? Like, we all did that, like, and then with the tears of the moon that illuminated light, and the feelings are gone. So all those feelings go away. Maybe when you lose your body, maybe when that's gone, your emotions go. You become more numb to everything. You see things in a more, not passionate way, in a more like analytic kind of way, where you see, what's the point of me going back again just to do the same things again and again and again? Everything everything in life is designed to end. Is this the curse, or is it some kind of punishment that we all live through? I don't know the answer to this repeated questions and complaint. Is it a curse? Are we being punished for something? Like, the following questions and answers, suffering and brilliance, are repeated in the spiral towards destruction. I feel that brilliance is beautiful and precious. Like, I totally agree. Like, in this repeated existence, like, we know we are born to die, yet we still have to live. And what's the point? Because, like, you know, for some things, like, you have that brilliance between the things that are beautiful and precious, but then you also have we all have the knowledge that we're finite, that we have things that the body dies. So what happens after that point? Do we just go in this repeated process of reincarnation? Do we do that kind of thing? We don't quite know, but either way, you get the idea. You can see where the album's really going with it. It's all about, like, spirituality and life and death and that kind of thing. I'm gonna have such a horrible time trying to decide which one I like the most out of all of these, man, but so far the whole album's amazing, so. I love that the album keeps going back towards that beat, like this bit. The album keeps going back towards every song, goes back towards that one specific, like, thing going throughout it so far. I wonder if it will, like, the whole way through, but we'll see. You know, either that or something very similar to it. I can hear it going throughout most of the songs that we've heard so far. And it's interesting, like, maybe that's a theme, maybe that's meant to be part of that, maybe something meant to notice, if you know what I mean, but. So, blood drips on the blind blade. Can the hope of haze be called tomorrow? Yeah, the hope of haze meaning, like, as in you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Can it be called it? Can this haze, like when you wake up, when you go into a thing, can it be called tomorrow? A sword that burns the mind and body, that shines in the moment. Because we live in the moment, the sword is like, it's a double-edged sword, that's what they mean, like that double-edged, like, the blood is our life coming towards its end. On the other side is the hope and beautiful of the things that are happening in the moment, and we don't know if tomorrow is going to be happening. It's going to happen. Minoru with a dying heart. After all, I'm anxious, and it's kind of a water-blocking art. Dissatisfaction behind the scenes melts steadily. The dream I drew sometimes, the melody of the dark indigo ether, meaning like a vampire. That's what I think like a dark blood ether is what I'm assuming, and then the black shadow that wriggles whether it is alienated tomorrow is the wooden figure, the vampire. And then like with an up and down and a fork, which I don't know what the fuck that's meant to mean. As in, is the vampire about to feast? Maybe potentially, kind of. We'll see. Man, either way. I love the cleans when they're gorgeous. This is gorgeous. This is total fucking anime, like, in the middle, like, in between the break of 2 seasons, that middle bit. It's that kind of song. More epic guitar solo this one, because why the fuck not? Wow, man. This is a symphony and a half, man. Sure. But the music is speaking for itself mostly, so. Alright, that's a good pause, man. Damn, the song's long. I didn't realise how long the song was, but let's see, where are we? If it comes true, she asked me to continue. If you can't do it with motivation, transient lights. Wet in the dark, even the haze of the Holy Spirit cools down on 1,000 nights. Oh shit, that's a very cool analogy. I like that. Crazy and lonely, bruised, pitiful and weak grudge. Heal in the... I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm eager for it. Corrosion, resentment that kills me for myself. So, are they turning into some kind of undead creature? Are they doing something else, potentially? If you can't, touching the torn darkness, the ephemeral fear of life colour, a proof of light dripping from a lonely burned scar. So, touching the torn darkness is kind of like touching, like, the undead side, and then a fear of life, the colour, like, blood dripping from the scar from the neck, I'm assuming. Envy, her aunt is messing around with her. Of the ocean that disappeared in the air, it was removed in the sky. I can't fly, I can't see my wings. Rawhide of each lie. Listening a pierced mouth needle peeled off. The illusion of corruption, insects that discharge the super natant. And then... yeah, I'm assuming we're going towards some kind of vampire-y undeadness potentially, but I can't quite make out everything just yet, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. We're going to do our best. You guys can obviously correct me as time goes on, man, as this, like, there's no real proper translations out for this yet, so... doing my best here, so... Plus it's hard to know where I am too, so fuck it. I figure we're somewhere around here, so... ooh, we're gonna go dark, I think. I love the change, man. The change with the growling is nice. This band is incredible, man. Fuck. Album of the year contender easily right here, man. Ooh, fuck me against gold. Fucking hell, man. That was crazy, that speed, man. I'm getting hot. This album is a fucking masterpiece so far. The piano, keyboard. It reminds me of Endless Waltzman. I don't know why, but it does. Wow, man, this build-up is amazing. It's not typical. Normally there's a typical build-up, but this is going over the top of that, man. Fuck. This is awesome. Holy shit, mate. That was the best one so far. We're nowhere near halfway on this, like, third, fourth? What are we on, like, third, there we go. Third song. How the fuck, like, this album's only gonna get better, I'm assuming. Because next one's Goku, right? So, fucking hell. This is crazy. I wasn't expecting it. Like, I was expecting something good, but I wasn't expecting, like, crazy level of masterpiece level of just, like, shit, man. Okay, let's go lyrically. Let's see where are we going with the story. Let's see if I can figure this shit out for myself. Eating demon food, the worst deeds are rolling emotions. So eating demonic food is generally eating human flesh or some form of flesh. Rakuno is to the outside world. Is that bare and merciful eye fictional? Does the eyes deceive? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Where hatred status that eats the deadly sins. The deadly sins are obviously the ones of Christianity. The chain that hangs my brain is torn and screams. So maybe the soul has been plucked out to go into something else. The truth is white. Note the last time. I can't leave anything behind the sad flowers. The fallen petals turn into something that was once hoped for. If you make a mistake in the rooting ground, the future for interesting will disappear. So, if you plant something and then the ground that is planted into isn't right, isn't going to help the flower, it won't grow. It's going to make everything disappear. It won't be there anymore. It won't grow in the first place. It won't nurture itself. Even so, I don't like the days when I feel sad. Even despair hopes for him. Slurp the mud, apply to blood. The mud could be like a metaphor for all kinds of like manner of things, man. So wet in the dark, even the haze has been experienced. Closing his grudge. Kick the ground and run to the end of that horizon. Crazy until that burnt tears burn. Can it be called the fruition of a pure soul? Is there enough sprouting to be the reason I'm here? So yeah, maybe their souls changed, maybe their bodies changed into a way where they're purer, where they don't have to go through the like thing of being too, what's the word I'm looking for? Where they don't have to go through the process of dying and being reborn, dying and being reborn. They can just constantly live on forever. In that kind of sense, potentially. Like, so Like, is there enough in me to be able to be the reason that I'm here? Am I going to be able to sprout to become the best version of myself? And yeah, you get the idea. So, into Goku we go. Now obviously we get the music video. I'm just going to break this down at the end because we've already heard it, so I'm just going to enjoy this. Fuck, man. Fucking love this album for headbanging, man. It's got so many just headbangable songs on it. It's great. I'm sure the video has major money behind it, but we'll see. We'll see when we jump into the lyrics, man. This actually has a proper translation on Genius, so I think this one's okay. We'll see. I forgot how epic that was. That's awesome. Man, this shit is fucking crazy. Yeah, they deserve best album of the year so far, man. Over anything, man. Definitely smashing that ton of brothers, sadly, but they deserve it. Ooh, I love it. Fuck, man. This song's perfectly placed, actually. I'm fucking sweating, man. This band is just like putting me through my paces right here, but still. So, I've never analysed the song lyrically yet, so that's what we are going to be doing right now. So, let's see. Rip your heart out. Run over and crush it. There is no evil, no enemy, only sorrow. There's only sadness in the world. Truth spilling out of delusion. I'll never hear that as I should. My question is natural. So, I swing down from my mental decapitation. What do you want for a last remembrance? A picture and a parting gift to eat and drink. Escape from reality. My heart is tingling with regret and pessimism. Like, it's like the soul is leaving the world, basically, like it's lost its life, so now it's just going on to this next reality, this next plane of existence, in a sense. I count the number of times I've piled up. I count them as tears trapped in a spiral. Loving memories like bubbles, even the pain of tomorrow. You were taunting me, even the fact that I was loved, gone in a lie. Like, the fact that you was loved is gone now, that body is gone, that life is gone, that doesn't matter anymore, everything else is gone. You're trapped within those emotions, within that sadness, within the pain of everything that's happened. And it makes sense, right? The prison of emotions, resentment goes there, and you begin to resent everything. Running amok, harm is a crime and a punishment. You can't even say. I can't even say it. My question is obvious. Why? Tangled in the black rope of anguish and regrets, I finally got the mercy I deserved. Like, the mercy was the picture, and the rest, 1,000 shadows were sown. Dark resentment wells up in blackness, the dark gratitude cries out in blackness. The dark grudge is blackened, the comatose favour cries in blackness. It is only blood. It is my blood, I step on it. As in, like, it's his blood coming out of him, it's that blood going through it. It's the blood that we know is coming from him, so that it's either his death or his rebirth that's happening right now. That's why the song's going crazy, like, you know, as it's building up, it's like he's transforming. He's escaping his reality, he's going through loads of different things, like, so, either he's been blooded, he's been killed, or something to that degree, man. So, I crawl into the fraying void, with the glistening eyeballs laugh at the pleasure, grinding away my self-esteem, though this body and that body will eventually decay and perish. My brain dances as if my spirit continues to betray me. So, like, even though this body and that body will eventually decay, the spirit continues to, like, dance, and the brain continues to dance as if his spirit or their spirit is continuing to betray and betrayed to escape from reality. My heart is tingling with remorse and pessimism. I count the number of layers. I count the tears. Done that. Of sorrow and loneliness in a faint sleep. The poor, unable to smell the shadows and the emptiness. The smile it loses burns into my heart. Wish I could forget those tears, even the fact that I was loved, gone, and like the present passion. The black, pale heart that was broken, I envy you in the blue-tinted flame and mad prison. Maybe it's a prison inside his own head. Obviously, if you go through all these things, like, there's so much going on, like, it's so difficult for me to discern where exactly we are in this, and it's just kind of me trying to find my own way through the album. As obviously the translations is, or are not really helping right now, but what I'm assuming is either he's going into some kind of transformation, or he's losing his life and he's going on to some kind of next universe way of being with the spirit, knowing he's about to be reincarnated, feeling the sorrow and the pain, knowing that he's going to do it over and over and over again until the end of time, most likely. So, either way, let's keep going, man. So, YouTube gets fucking up for some reason. Don't ask me why. Yeah, Goku's so different compared to the rest of the album so far. Goku's such a different song compared, but this is gorgeous though. I love the guitar work, man. It's gorgeous in the song. It's almost happiness, but I don't think it's going to be happiness, to be honest, but we'll see. Like, guitars give glimpses of happiness in it, in my opinion, but I don't know. Man, let's go leading into a solo, innit, man? Fuck, okay. We'll go about halfway-ish. Yeah, we'll go about halfway-ish, and then we'll go to the other half, like, just so that I can pause it a little bit, just so that we can, like, take a little, so I can take a little bit of a breather, as this album is, like, I'm, like, dying of hate, man, shit. This album's giving so much, like, energy, it's absolutely crazy. But still. The name is given the Black Forest dog. Regret is regret, a feeling of inferiority, similar to attachment. I was jealous of Gurren, where the triumphant return did not come true, or the light was crushed. The batter, wet with bittern, is heavy. I regretted the ugliness of Tamaki, who was screaming in bad faith. She wanted Yui's words, but she couldn't reach her there. I hate it because it doesn't hurt. It is Hayaki Yagyo who invites his hand in the depths of the forest of the heart, where the delusion of wandering gathers appears. There is no day without harm. Do I just blame myself? I don't know anymore. At least please condemn me. Until the voice sings your name. The voice she was calling, it melted in the rain and passed away. Honestly, I'm assuming, like, I have no idea literally, but I'm gonna give it my best shot, motherfucker. I'm already, like, what, like, almost an hour into this already. I'm in, like, not even halfway, man, so I'm assuming he's, like, going back through parts of his life. He's re-seeing it, you know, now that he's not part of that body, that attachment anymore. That's why when he sees it, he wishes he could feel the emotion behind it, the passion, the love, everything else, but all he feels just the regret, the sadness, the longing, the everything else, and everything else is going away because of that. And he has more, he sees it in a more structured way, inside of his head, or inside of his body, or his soul, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And, like, he just wants to be condemned. He wants to be like, why am I feeling this way? Why don't I feel those attachments anymore? Those things just aren't coming. So, in the corner of my heart, a scene of one day, this body sheds ugly blood in that glare. Like, this body that he's in right now sheds blood in that glare, in the redness on the floor. She is still drowning in the tide of the tears, as she is a surf clam on the dark bottom of the water. I feel like I'm at the end of the darkness that never ends. The happiness of you laughing white pierces my heart. So, yeah, he's away from his body. He's literally travelling up towards a bright white light. And this is his moment. This is what he's seeing. He's seeing his life pass before him as he's doing it. And, makes sense. Yeah, it's like demons are starting to torture him by the looks of it, so. Oh, that's so cool. I'm kind of getting an idea of what the album is about slowly as we go through it, which is good, man, so. Oh man, I love this, man. It's building and building and building, man. Let's go. Oh man, this build is absolutely amazing. Wow. Damn it, that was so fucking cool. What I'm assuming is that he's left his body's going to the next world, but the demons going around him. The blackness, the darkness he sees, the never-ending darkness. Him wanting to get to a place where he belongs, but the demons, the blackness is kind of his test, his torment. To see his life, to see whether he deserves it. Whether he deserves to be given another chance, whether he deserves something else. This could also all be happening inside of his mind too, don't get me wrong, but... So, let's see, where did we get to? Let me get to where I should probably go to. There we go. Her jealousy that settled in my heart was sick. Like, she was jealous. She eventually ruled the leaves of words. She ruled the leaves of words that spun from her mouth. The ugly and changing appearance of the beast it scatters evil spirits and becomes... Yeah, so the spirits, the dark things, the evil things are basically torturing him. They're not like torturing and they're judging and they're doing that kind of thing about it. So sword hunts demons and infected beasts. I am reluctant to redeem the antibiotic stake. So, like the antibiotic stake, like that's like such a metaphor because there's been vampires mentioned already. So like. Is it like a literal injection of antibiotics, or is it like a stake, or is it like, you know, is it a way to bring him back away from this, for a way to come back towards life, or towards a different place, or something like that? I regretted the ugliness of Tamaki, who was screaming about faith. I just wanted your words, but I couldn't reach them, even though I was there. You was there, but I don't think you was there. I think you thought you was there, but in reality, you were being tortured to kill the writhing malice and the pain. Yui, don't let this feeling get dirty. She's a surf clam in the midst of the suffering. She can't go back yet. It seems that you are at the end of the darkness. Your happiness laughing white erodes me. Like the happiness, like the laughing is like eroding his like mentality. He's like being tortured to such a way, to such a degree. By the looks of it, I want to get there, get wet with tears. I feel like I'm at the end of the darkness that never ends. My feelings of singing black. Shoot in a cannibal. As if he wants to literally be shot in a cannibal to get to where he needs to get to quicker. To end this darkness, to get to a place which isn't dark anymore. To get to a place where it's just better, hopefully. I have a feeling this like breakdown's gonna take quite a while, man, so we'll see though. Or maybe it was like the vampire's poison eroding his body, making the darkness and the demons and everything happen to him, but I love him, man. That pause is beautiful. It's such a nice change of pace, actually. Every song is just like a different change of pace, so that it's always interesting, which is important. And I've constantly got pictures in my head, which is awesome. Albums truly greatness, man. Just pure fucking greatness. I can't bear to pause it, man. Every time I pause it, I feel bad, so... I should have paused it just before the solo. That's a good place to pause it. Like, I want to hit the solo without needing to pause it after that point, man, so... Let's see. I think I've got the ideas from, like, reading through the lyrics as the song was going, so... Leader Sura hit me, her death invitation. Condolences to those who are fascinated by the moon. Like, I said, you can only, like, the dawn will kill you at this point, so shake, burn this body on the day of dawn. The words that kept screaming were longing for me and holding a chain to myself, a bright star shining in the darkness that is dyed in red. Eat the twilights. So, like, this whole thing, this whole transformation, this whole thing that we're going through was obviously changing into a creature of the night, changing into that kind of thing where that's why they were, like, being tortured. That's why they were trying to hold onto their reality, the chain between their soul and their brain, trying to hold that shit together. And it makes sense, right? Is it a dream or a reality in your eyes? My lack of trembling in the fear of transformation. She longs for paradise, but she is not allowed to be tainted. A nightmare that eats disasters and curses. The tainted heart that collapses in the abyss. It becomes an evil that abandons joy. As in, like, everything that was about that person. That's why they lost so many of their emotions. It's why they were, like, dwelling in their despair because of the transformation that they're going through. And you get the idea, right? So oh, that little guitar line switch was awesome. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with this, man. I pretty much broke this song down as much as I need to, so I think. So we're gonna keep going. YouTube is being a dick today, man. It's making my editing much, much, much harder for no reason, so we'll see then. Oh fuck, this is amazing. The heaviness is insane. Like the best way, like melodic heaviness, man, it's great. Oh man, that solo is gorgeous. Fucking hell, man. That was so fucking cool. A nightmare that even the devil trembles. I'm stuck in the mud and raped by the fear of death, crying out loud like a child, ate by the mud and wither, or eat the mud and wither your voice. Who will save? How long should I endure to see the equinoctial? That's the one. Weaken my eyes. Call me, my passion and lies. I'm a huge poison. This is my body decaying and returning to ashes. Can you get to that place if you don't mind? You can hear the sounds of playback. Why do you have to be judged? If it is death that can be rebellious, let's destroy you. Is it a fool's reason to play with humour? If so, I'll get rid of humiliation of being killed by a huge amount of money. I don't know what the fuck is happening at this point. I love the pain. I turned it into unbearable humiliation into blood and flesh, and spit out a terrible disgust. Call me my noble soul. Call me my empty body. Even the mad bones had fallen, and are attributed to ashes. Did I reach the equinoctial week? I can hear the voice of collapse. As in, like, I'm guessing, like, his body's being burned, so maybe he didn't turn into, like, what I thought he did. Maybe he's literally outside of his body, and now he knows that his body is going to be gone very, very soon. It's turning into ashes and the bones are even going, so there's no way for him to go back to it. He's literally having a cremation rather than a burial, I'm assuming. And yeah, his mind or his soul is going absolutely crazy. I don't know. It's so difficult to really interpret this properly, but I guess that's the point, man. It can take so many meanings from each song. I'm trying to make a coherent story, but it's very difficult, so I think I went too far with the lyrical breakdown, but fuck it. No, I'm right. Judging from like you know this, but I think I'm on point. I think it's more his body's on fire as he's still changing on the inside. I'm assuming. You own this bit, so you see this bit. And that bit. Yeah, makes sense. I love it, man, with the, like, the organ. You know, that really classical vampire-esque tunes. Ooh. I love it, man. I can feel it coming, man. It was great. That's sick, man. Such crazy music telling. Storytelling. Music telling. Whichever way you want to call it. Wow. Next song, man, let's go. What are we at? Four songs? 5 songs left? Yeah, five songs left. This song is so different too, man. Every song is that twist, man. I love it. Fucking hell, man. Let me go back a little bit, actually, so I don't miss anything. Fuck. Every time I sleep, it goes crazy to prevent the cherry blossoms from dying. Unstoppable thirst and hunger, a dream of devouring. I don't want to lose even my muddy wishes. As in, he's beginning to lose, like, his, like, that's why he feels separated from everything, because obviously, generally in most vampire novels and stuff, is where you go, you have that separation between your human self and your vampiric self, so the memories become muddy, the life becomes muddy, you begin to forget what you were like human, and more into a monster than anything else. Free criminal shite ridicule. The merciful black emptiness is the confusion that he will soon disperse. I'm not a person but a vessel, can you hold me? Like, it's like, it's not like he's a person anymore, he's turning into something else. I want to love you, please, just a little more. I want to live here where you are. Despair to eat the life that robs you, for what reason? Shine into the dark nights. I want to punish the sin of killing and chewing and scold the bad child, hold hands. Like you can see, he's becoming conflicted with his emotions and his desires, and everything else is going into that way, into that bond, into that vampirism and all of that shit. But yeah, hold on. Sorry, PTB's messaging me like a bunch of like yeah, like Sorry, I'm not meaning to like not just like figure around, but so yeah, you get the idea. Like he's kind of like going between those two different versions, those two different things, and like you know what I mean. Like oh, what's even the fucking word I'm looking for? He's going between his human and his darker, demonic, vampiric self. If that makes sense. But still, either way, let's keep going. I love the like classicalness, man. It's gorgeous. Oh fuck, okay, let's go. I love it, man. I love the way this song is built, man. This one's one of my favourites so far. I know, man. The whole album is just beautiful, masterful, even. This is gorgeous, man. It's such a great song. Great, everything like fun. I imagine if you know Japanese, this is very sing-alongable too. Nice, man. Okay. Okay, I'm concentrating. So, where do we get to? There we go. The clear sensation eventually becomes ambiguous in the present. The bitterness is sweet, and the odor of death is mellow. In the flipped dream, it is human flesh that devours. Yeah, as in, like the human flesh begins to taste good. Everything that once repulsed you is now going to seem tasty and like candy, and that kind of way. That's why the album started the way it did. If that makes sense. So. Oh, it's fun. She looks delicious. If it's a dream that bursts apart, it's sweet. So, oh, it's fun. This person looks delicious, like you can rip her apart and drink her, quite literally. It doesn't taste. Awakened, a little sleep wandering. Isn't the sweet candy tonight just a candy? Is it though? Is that person just a candy to you? The merciful black emptiness is the confusion that he will soon disperse. Not a person, but a vessel. Can you hold me? True words in white sun. That I want to love you, please, just a little more. It's like the sun because they're a creature of the night. See the wonder of the dark and like the man who believed in justice swore your hand. I'm willing to resist the world if this creature, this being, this whatever can be with you. So, let's go. Boy, this is so weird and creepy. Such a weird song, man, but it's cool, but it's weird. I think that's the point. I have a feeling we're in a dream of some kind. I'm assuming, but hard to know, man. Yeah, it's a dream, thankfully. I thought so. It seemed just so weird to be like, but yeah. Ah, okay, I got you. It's a very long song, but very long lyrically anyway, but that was so fucking cool. Okay, the last little bits of basically the transformation is now complete. I think I accidentally copied the lyrics twice when I did this, but so palpitations and dizziness puts the brain to sleep, so basically they're asleep. So this is a dream, the first night. A wolf flashy clothes, I have no memory of getting here, obviously a dream. A white woman in a black robe. A nun but not a nun. Can you endure the warmth you touched? Greasy, messed up too much. Because the woman accepts everything, she drowned in that beautiful body. If she notices the soft is spreading around, where is this? Then, hey, aren't you also mum? Geisel Willizel Einswei Dreh. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's German. So tell me the answer. let's dance. And then you get the idea, it's like a massive like story with it. So help me, blood and flesh eating, collapse down and crazy, collapse clown and crazy sister love each other until they become bones. So like it's almost like they're loving and loving and loving until they just literally like burst into like flames almost. So I lost her memory, ego, and her memory, ego, and reliance. Where are you? To the white light that suddenly shined, I felt strong confession and a remnant of blessings. It was a very, very small light. I thought it was a light to get me back. Walk with this fever. The shell touched the membrane and tore. I can hear her voices. When I wake up in a familiar room, I was lying in a familiar bed. I can hear the voice. The treatment is complete. And then yeah, you get the idea. And I completely fucked up by like, you know, putting it into ice accidentally, but still. Okay, let me delete that. Okay, let's go. Watch you fuck up again. It's been fucking up every single song so far. So. Wow, man. This album is still impressive, man. It's still like every song is impressive. You would think after it's been like an hour, 40 minutes now, and like this album is incredible. Oh man, clean to gorgeous. This is an amazing fucking build-up, mate. I think that's a good pause, actually. Right there, so... Let's see, where are we? So the person has just woke up, right? The transformation is complete, like they said, so... Obviously, they've completely converted from where they were into something else entirely, so... In the wandering corpse, or I'm the wandering corpse with suffering, sadness and anger. Tell your compatriots who live with pain, I will open this curtain again. People go to the sky, love is uncertain. That dawn burns and the drop scatters with balls. The seeds are sown sprouting, our will is in flux. A person goes to the void, like a flower that gets wet with sorrow and freezes, even those words with your cry. If you tear a lovable thing, nothing remains here anymore. The defiant, distorted thought, eat and fertilize things that you can't resist. So, if you tear this lovable thing, nothing will remain here anymore. Like, the thoughts are becoming distorted yet defiant, and you know that, like, you need to eat and fertilize things that you can't resist, meaning that We might find things that are irresistible that probably shouldn't be irresistible. It's all in like major metaphors, which is why when you translate from Japanese metaphors to English metaphors, it kind of gets all fucked up. But in the one, like, let's see. So I'm assuming that the opening the curtain again will be like, as in like showing the dawn, if you know what I mean, showing the light, and the light will burn the skin. The cherry blossoms fall to make the flowers bloom again. Makes sense. Like, they fall in order to like hide from the major cold in order to grow again, which makes total sense. I dyed my hands in madder red. It lit my heart aflame. So the madder red is blood, obviously, and the taste and the blood itself just lit your heart aflame, made it beat faster, 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 if there's even a heartbeat there, but you get the idea. Enjoy the light of the Empire coming up, loved ones, wings to protect. The scary, dyed vow light, come on until my body decays your thoughts. Like, you're getting the idea, like he's like wanting to burn himself alive almost, and like wanting to feel the light, to feel the body decay, to feel everything, because I think they're now kind of like trapped inside like a decaying body in a sense. Maybe potentially kind of, I don't know, not 100% sure on this shit, like I've said this whole video, but either way. That was gorgeous. I love that. I love everything about this one. I am talking to other people too, don't mind, but I am concentrating on the music, don't mind me. Fuck me, man. The power of this band is crazy, man. Fuck me, man. This album is incredible. It's getting better and better and better as we go, man. Man, well, why do they always make songs end so amazingly? I don't get how they just do it every song, man. It's crazy. This is proper anime style. Obviously, they love anime, so
心に灯った広告の火を受けさあ立ち上がれ愛する者たちを守る翼よ赤く染まった誓いの証をさあ我が身が朽ち果てるまで総国よ身を見ず死に物狂いで愛する者たちを守り抜くため赤く染まった誓いの明かりをさあこの手で掴み取るため私の想いを
Oh man. Oh fuck, that's gorgeous. I thought it ended for a second there, but then some darkness is coming in now, though, by the looks of it. Oh damn, the church boss. Okay, interesting. So where are we, man? So in front of the great world, beckoned by the god of death. A sad repetition of unfamiliar people. People also flow low, just as water flows low. As in this, he's seeing people's water as sustenance, as something to drink. The Coco takes shape. A song of her unseen compatriots born far away. My hope is there, to you who will meet soon. If you cut off your lovable things, there is no more spirit left there. The destined curse is eat and kill unredeemed things. So I'm guessing like darkened individual criminals and that sense of things is what I'm assuming. The cherry blossoms fall to make the flowers bloom again. I dyed my hand in a madder red, it lists my heart. And then let's see, without seeing Yomi, crazy to death, loved ones to protect, the brilliantly dyed vow, now to grab it with this hand and my thoughts. Even if the world roars like a mockery, the story continues with an indelible intention. Yes, this world will be talked about and again from now on. What do you see at the end of this? As the curtain of the third decadence opens. The third decadence? I don't know. You guys probably know. Who know the band before this, not me though, so I'm excited. 2 songs to go, and it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna stop this recording to start a new one, basically, so if you see a skip, you know why, so. Because, like, I don't want to lose an hour and a half's worth of recording, so, because I'm not sure how much space is on the PC, that type of shit, but still. Either way, let's keep going. So where can we go from here? What is the third decadence? That is the question, isn't it? But still, no. Oh, this is like heavenly gorgeousness, man. Like, I'm totally confused right now, but we'll see. It's gorgeous though, it's beautiful. I'm not saying it's not, but I mean story-wise, man, don't mind me. I'm trying to understand this as much as I can in my first listen, if that makes sense? It's not all going to make sense, but... I love that key change up, man, that's cool. That's the first like, proper standard key change up they've done, which is impressive for a whole album. Boy, man. Gorgeous. Damn, man. Was that 3 minutes, really? Fucking hell, that felt like 3 seconds, mate. Never mind 3 minutes. Fucking hell, man. Album's amazing. Like, PCB keeps trying to talk to me when I'm trying to record. It's really distracting, but... a faint light can be seen in the faint memory, even if the eyes staring at you are outsourced. It's heartwarming. What is it to fill the empty chest? I'm always looking for who it is. Like, who is it to fill the love, to fill the passion, to fill what's inside the chest? The morning, the sun and the night are crude. A shimmering memory that floats on a sleeping journey shines in a sweet or a sweatshirt. The result of a long time beyond the nostalgia. I'm sorry I can't say goodbye. Even if she loses time with hazy tears, in this way she is tied to me. I can hear that shrine sound. Shibiki is a Japanese tragedy, with or without an association. Now, drink tears, divorce, and kill the life of the lion. Oh, let's make a pun as far away. That's lovely. I'm pretty sure this is like a kind of so I'm pretty sure it's like a standard Japanese symphony, but it's not translating right, so it's kind of confusing the fuck out of me. But I think it switched point of views to her point of view from seeing that obviously she thinks the person she's loved is dead or something to those lines potentially, but. Like I said, man, this is not ever going to be 100% from the first ever reaction, but we'll see where we're going to go. Oh, I see what's going to happen. I can see it. It's going to be such a sick way, man. Let's go. The whole album is making sense in my head, man. Okay, let's go. Oh, I love that vocal line, man. That was so fucking cool. That was awesome. I'm excited, man. The only album that I can be reacting to for about 2 hours, and still, I'm fucking enjoying it, man. I love how just dark the shit is, man. Darkest song off the album so far, man. Love it. Fucking love it. This band has everything, man. This is awesome, man. This is so fucking cool. Ooh, fuck me, what's I expecting that? Wow, that was a symphony masterpiece and a half, mate. Okay, so what I think has happened, like, this is my like overall so far. This is like, we're on the last song now, basically. So, well, no. So he died, right? His body got cremated. He got like sent off. His soul into the ether. Like, as after the body was burnt and like all that shit and it was just bones left, he came back towards his body. He was too late, and then he came back as an undead corpse, almost like needing the blood and the rot and to survive of human corpses and to spread his blood in order to create more of his own kind. And the first person who went back to the person who he was thinking about, or they were thinking about for that whole time, is that person who they were in love with, that one thing of light holding them together, who's the first person they're going to go and try to get in contact with. The person who's going to be the first victim, that's going to be that person. And like, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. I'm not going to break down the lyrics because that's like I know there's like a lot of more story to it, but like the lyrics are confusing so much, but I'm getting that kind of vibe from it. That's the kind of I've got from this whole song so far, man. But let me just go through this really quick. Let me just read it. I'm going to descend to the end of the one. Nothing down. Yeah, it's like I think he went to go see her basically, and it was too late. The woman who they loved is now gone, committed suicide or some other way because they couldn't live without the person. So obviously, Romeo and Juliet situation. And yeah, man, last song to go. I'm kind of happy that I got the basis of most of the music. I'm impressed. Last song, man. It's sad for it to end, but it's been amazing. Truly a pleasure to listen to. It almost sounds like a funeral march. I think that's the point. Yeah, it's a funeral march. Obviously, because he's mourning, or they're mourning. They're like devastated, breaking apart mentally, all that shit. You get the idea. I've got a really good idea of how we're going to describe this now, which is awesome. Now we can enjoy the ending too. This is a gorgeous solo, man. Not even started yet, I guess. Have to go in silence here in the end when you have to. It's the only way you can do it. Why, man? It's making me emotional. You know, the vibe from the song making me proper emotional, man. You can feel it. Like, you know, you get choked up. It's like that, man. Yeah, man. Pure sadness, man. You can feel it. You can feel it. Literally, man. Pure, just all the passion, everything. Yeah, I figured. Fuck, man, this is too good. This is how you end an album, man. Fuck me. Wow. That was a journey. That was a whole fucking experience right there. Sure. Like, so, the ending obviously is where he finds out the person they came back for is dead already. Where they come back and they're already gone, there's nobody there, and then they begin to mourn, they begin to go for the loss, they begin to put their hands into the dirt. They begin to get their emotions on point to be like, I want to go back to that place. Why did I come back if this person isn't here for me? There's nothing else to live for. Yes, the blood and the feeling and everything else. I want to stand in the sun and let myself rot away as much as I can until I get that point. As like, you can see it like breaking the spiral of eternity in the eyes of all people, burnt tears until they burn out, playing a heavenly voice. Cool heavenly voice, and wanting to go up and to meet that person they love and to care for and It's that kind of thing to like go through that whole journey, that whole sacrifice, everything to come back in order to get to that point where that person isn't even there to go through that torment and everything else, to go through everything that they've been through, just to be disappointed at the very last moment, man. And because that person wasn't there, everything else just broke down. They came back as a corpse, dragging their like basically deformed body throughout the world just to go find them. And it's fucked up, it's beautiful, it's a love story, it's a fucked up story, it's so many different things all built into one, man. I hope I've done at least a little bit of justice. I've done my very best off my first ever listen, so I hope you guys like enjoyed the 2-ish, probably about 2 hours worth of like reacting that I've just done and breaking down all that shit, man. It's a good album. Well, good's not even the right word for it. It's an amazing album. It's so fucking perfect. It's like a 10 out of 10. It's like, there's nothing, like, there isn't many albums that are better than this. This album is just one of a kind. Who the fuck else could make something to this level, to this crazy amount of just talent? And this talent is crazy. You can tell they spent many years making it, that they put so much love and affection and everything into it. You can hear all the symphonies and arrangements and the way that the passions in every single aspect, that the story's been thought about. That we need a proper translation, though. That's what I really want, man. We need that translation so we can get that perfect story coming up to it, so us who don't quite speak Japanese can understand it completely. But from what I got from it, it's been truly a great journey. Emotional, destructive, everything, man. Suffering and torment and everything else, and like talking about life and death and the universe and what comes next and what comes after, and so much other crazy ass shit. And honestly, I'm happy. I stayed up till 1 AM to fucking react to this. I started at 9. It took me till about 10 or 11 in order to get started, and now up till 1 o'clock in the morning. And you know what? It was fucking worth it. It was great. It was like the best time I could spend today. After I finished training and everything else, and now this is the perfect way to end my night. I'm going to edit this and enjoy it. I sort everything else because YouTube's been fucking up and everything's been fucking up, and doing the lyrics kind of fucked me up, but it was all worth it. It was all worth the struggle at the end of the day, man. Either way. Amazing album, man. If you guys want me to break down any song completely when there's better lyrics and shit out there, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you want to hear next. We need to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. If you made it to this point, you are amazing. Shout out to my patrons, and yeah, have a wonderful day, evening or night, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy.